Ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell you, this is this is kind of wow for me because I've had my paradigm completely turned upside down. We're going to talk about the 13th tablet of Thoth, the emerald tablets, but wow, I mean, it's not often that you get your paradigms completely turned. It's not often that you get slapped upside your face, sort of, but not really. It's a really a wow moment for me. And yeah, it just you let's just talk about it. Let's just get into it. The 13th tablet of Thoth, Emerald Tablets of Thoth, the 13th one, it's called the Keys of Life and Death. And wow, what else is there really in this world to talk about other than the keys of life and death? And Thoth ends up talking about the keys of life and death and what meditation really is. And, Jay Campbell on our show, The Last Stand, he kind of got me not angry, but he got me a little bit perturbed because he was talking about the dangers of meditation and how stupid meditation is as it's been known, and talking about the whole self-realization fellowship and the whole Babaji model and the whole model of the positions and the stuff. And I've been doing it for 5 months, and anyway, we're going to get into true meditation here from Toth. So Toth says that the key to true life is through death. This life that we're living right now, this isn't life. This life that we're living, I don't know if it's a simulation like everybody says. I don't know if it's not real, like it seems like most of the great minds are now saying. But I do know it's not our real life. It's almost like this life is something we have to master to qualify to have real life. But this is not life, what we're involved in. And Toth goes so far as to say that real life only comes through death in this life. Real life only comes through death in this life, or the mastery of death in this life. It's complicated, it's deep, it's powerful, and it is an inside job, because the only way that we find the true conquering of death, or the only way we prepare ourselves for death to go to life, and it seems that I get the sense that we have to go through life long enough to understand what's going on and then graduate through death. And my sense is that the Christ showed us how to do this process within a single human lifetime. If you physically optimize yourself, if you take care of yourself, if you keep yourself healthy, and if you don't do stupid things to limit your human vitality. And I'm going to be getting into this much more deeply in the days and weeks to come. And one of the things that Toth says early in this 13th tablet is that Gaia is the earth. The earth is alive, that the earth holds the flower of life in its core. So if you want to be healthy, if you want to conquer death, if you want to find your way to the real life, you've got to get in contact with the earth, period. And that means you've got to be out in nature. That means you've got to be walking on the earth, not in plastic shoes, but on the earth, on the bare grass, on the bare rocks, on the bare sand. And I am redoubling my dedication. I live a couple miles from the beach. I'm going to be there every day on the beach, in the sand, rain or shine, cold or hot, because it's a key to my health. It's a key to my inside job. It's a key to me connecting with the flower of life so I can be more physically optimized while I'm here and make my body my slave, not be slave to my body, and to learn the lessons of the keys of life and death. And you have to do that. And the reason why this doesn't resonate with some of you, the reason why it doesn't um, float your boat, so to speak, or flip your switch or trigger your toggle, is because you're out of balance. and you're out of balance because you never touch the earth. You're out of balance because you're out of physical optimization. You're out of balance because when you're out of physical optimization, you're out of emotional optimization. You're out of mental optimization. You're out of spiritual optimization. And imbalance is what leads to death. If we could stay in perpetual balance, we would not age. If we could stay in perpetual balance, we would not get sick. If we could stay in perpetual balance, we would not die, because imbalance is death and balance is life. And this is coming from the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. And this is my interpretation of them, my rendering, I guess, of them, my commentary on them. And it's really a balance between poles, and as above so below, as within so without. The two poles of Masonic lore and the two poles of masculine and feminine. It's all telling the same story. And just because some people tell a false story doesn't mean that they're not telling a false story about true things, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's Masonic. It's like you idiots that complain about the red and black background. Why do you keep coming back? I'm just going to hide your comments on the channel. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. That and the black Israel thing. Those are like the two dumbest things. But anyway, imbalance leads to death. Balance leads to life. And it's a balance between poles. And what we're really trying to do is hold the balance of the earth, which is what the Mystech is about, the Schumann resonance. It's a reason why I offer this stuff. So the reason why we're not living long, the reason why we're not living healthy, the reason why you're sick, the reason why you're out of control emotionally, the reason why you're out of control mentally is because you are not in balance. And one of the main reasons you're not in balance is because you're not in connection with the earth. And I'm going to give you the other reason why you're out of balance. And this is where we move into true meditation. Now, I have been a practitioner of meditation for about 5 months very intensely. 20, 40 minutes a day, traditional, what's it called? Vinyasa or Vijnana. I think it's called Vinyasa, Vipassana meditation, whatever. And let's just talk about true meditation. True meditation, according to Thoth, is to do this: to lie for 1 hour per day with your head towards the north, and to concentrate on holding your consciousness in your chest and upward. And then to lie for 1 hour per day towards the south, with your head towards the south, and to concentrate on holding your consciousness from below your chest to your feet. And in this is where you find renewal. And I'm asking the question, if all of this complicated, sit this way, don't sit that way, this posture, this pose, that pose, hold your fingers like this, hold your right ear in this position, hold your left ear in that position, look up, look down, stand up, stand up, look left, look right, stand up, sit down, five. As I was doing it, I enjoyed the discipline. I enjoyed the quietness. And yet the whole time my blink is screaming out to me, what are you doing? Why are you doing something that's so regimented? Why are you doing something that's so strenuous on your body? Your feet folded up in these weird positions and sitting on this little thing that's super uncomfortable and I just don't understand the whole thing. And I never understood the whole thing. And I got some good out of it, obviously, but it wasn't paying what it was promising to pay. And I wasn't seeing it pay what it promises in the lives of its most ardent practitioners. And when Jay started talking about the dangers of meditation, and Robert Stanley started talking about the chicanery and the charlatanism of the whole autobiography of a yoga, the whole meditation, Eastern meditation genre, I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to accept it because it scared me. And I thought, damn, I've been doing this for months and I've been telling people to do it, but it never felt right for me. And now I'm wondering, wow, maybe this wasn't so bueno for me. So if you want to meditate, you can, but I would encourage you to re-examine and to rethink and to refocus. And I would encourage you, with all due respect to the meditation of the East, I'm pretty sure the Emerald Tablets of Thoth go back further than the East. And I'm fairly certain that they probably contain more validity. That's just my thought. And I'll look forward to asking Wayne Steiger about this in the morning as we go on the Not Your Normal Sunday morning show. And I'm still on YouTube timeout. It's going to be probably 14 more days. And I appreciate your support through this time. And we'll be back before you know it. But lie 1 hour per day, Thoth says, with your head towards the north, and concentrate on holding your consciousness in your chest and upward. Lay 1 hour per day towards the south and concentrate on holding your consciousness from your chest to your feet. Can't you see what he's doing? As above, so below. Balance between poles. Can't you see what he's doing? Chest up, chest down. What's he talking about? Balance in the heart. Come on, guys, you got this. And it's even deeper than that, because this will give you the renewal you need to have tremendous physical optimization, along with doing the right things and diet and exercise. And you can learn more about that from Jay Campbell and our show, The Last Stand. And I'm living proof of it over the past 6 or 8 months. But 2 hours a day, Jeff? How many hours a day do you watch TV? How many hours a day are you on social media? How many hours a day are you looking into one of these? So you're really going to tell me that you can't do 2 hours a day to improve your life? Well, if you can't, you can't. If you can't, you won't. Let's just be honest. This is powerful stuff. This is revelation stuff. And another reason why you do this is so at death you can go where you want to go. At death you can do what you want to do. At death you can be what you want to be. Because Thoth tells you, having been practicing with an hour head towards north, an hour head towards south, learning to balance your consciousness above and below your heart, learning to find balance in your heart, which you just know that if you have any spirituality about you at all, that just resonates deeply within you. You know, oh yeah, that's it. That's the key. Because at death, what you want to do as you feel death approaching. Well, Jeff, what if I get hit by a bus? Let me just go out on a limb and say that if you are doing the meditation, the real meditation, the true meditation, the hour north, hour south, if you bring yourself into balance and bring yourself into harmony, very unlikely that's going to happen to you. You will live into your 90s and 100 plus. You will live healthy. You will live mentally alert. You will live spiritually alert. And you'll know when death is coming. When death is coming, lie with your head towards the east. And put your hands and focus your intention over your solar plexus. This is what Thoth tells you to do. And send out your consciousness where? To the north and to the south. Just like you've been doing for an hour a day. Focus it. And that will enable you to be the master of death. And as you do that, then as you feel death really approaching, you center all of your memories, center all of your consciousness right in your third eye. And as you pass out of this life, that will allow you to keep all the memories that you've gained in this life and not be wiped clean. So if you do have to come back, you'll have all of your memories and be that advanced. My hope for you is that you can focus through your third eye, keep all your memories, and then they can aid you in whatever is next for you beyond this dimension, beyond this plane of reality, beyond this life that's not life, beyond this life that really is just a preparation for death, which is real life. It's getting deep in here, ladies and gentlemen. The keys of life and death and true meditation. There's so much falsehood that's being taught to us. There's so much falsehood that's being sold to us. There's so much falsehood that's being told to us. And most of the time from people that don't know any better. They're not trying to be deceivers. They're not trying to be misleaders. They just don't know any better. The great thing about YouTube is anybody can have a channel. The terrible thing about YouTube is anybody can have a channel. And we have to have discernment, and we have to have understanding, and we have to use our wisdom. We have to have our blink developed. And I'm going to get into the whole live track analysis again because it's been so long since I've done it. And there's so many more subscribers, and it's something I should be doing 3 or 4 every single day. It's the most important work there is. And I've been renewed in that conviction through the Secret Science book as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, the keys of life and death. This life is not life. We only get to true life through death. It is an inside job. We need to get in contact with the earth because it is the flower of life. Every problem in your life is through imbalance, and imbalance is what brings on death. We have to get balance between our poles. We have to get the balance of the earth, to hold the balance, Schumann resonance. Lie 1 hour per day with your head towards the north, concentrating on focusing your consciousness from your chest up. Lie 1 day towards the south, focusing on keeping your consciousness from your chest down. Obviously, as above, so below, centering around your heart chakra. This will bring renewal. And then there's instructions. You can listen to the rest of this about what to do as you feel death coming on. But it doesn't mean anything to you if you don't do the first part anyway. Yeah, this is really, really deep stuff. This is really, really powerful stuff. This is what new cosmic knowledge is all about. Making information available to you that will change your life profoundly here and will propel you to higher heights of ascension and spirituality later. It's not just pie in the sky after you die, but it's also going to help you while you're here around with your feet still down here on the ground. New cosmic knowledge, changing the way you live now and empowering you to live the way you want to live, to create yourself and live the life you want to live both now and later. If you've got the guts to ask questions, if you've got the guts to question answers, if you've got the guts to unindoctrinate yourself, if you've got the guts to create yourself and build a life you love, if you've got the guts to do the inside job. And I hope you do, because cousin, we're the last generation of real humans. We need to be enlightened. We need to be balanced. We need to be humble. We need to be kind. And we need, ladies and gentlemen, to get busy.